Japanese Whisky Lockdown. I'm your host, Kirara-san, aka Pink Unicorn. Japan lifted the state of emergency this Tuesday. Yes, for me, now is the time to go back to my normal hikikomori life. Now I can stay home of my own free will. And it makes me feel I'm an independent woman. However, lifting the state of emergency seemed to cause another state of emergency at some places. Shinagawa in Tokyo, this guy seemed to get way too excited at the lift announcement. Tuesday morning, Mr. Saint Memory, racehorse, bolted from the Shinagawa stable and hit a fan. I wonder if the fan bullied him online and that was the horse's way to get even? Or he just wanted to go drinking white horse. Anyway, I would say, horse! Wear the mask! Although we still need to be careful and self-restraint is recommended, our normal life is getting back a little by little. And there should be a lot of things people are excited to do. My case, first of all, I really want to go by drinking Japanese whiskeys and karaoke. Of course, I gotta sing Crazy Horses. Crazy horses. Crazy horses. Crazy horses. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's guest is the man behind the Instagram account Rolex Whisky, on which he shares some amazing bottles of rare whiskey, including many very Japanese special whiskeys. So please welcome Gavin!
Hey, how are you?
So how many whiskeys do you have?
Probably around 500 bottles, give or take.
Wow, that's amazing. And how many of those are Japanese whiskeys?
At least 60%.
Is there any favorite Japanese whiskeys?
Oh, I think the Hakushu sherry cask is probably the best I've ever drank. I really haven't had anything bad that's been aged. Let's put it that way. I was kind of surprised by Hibiki's Blender's Choice, which is no age statement, was really good. So, you know, I love what Suntory does. Mm-hmm. I love what Ichiro does. I'm drawn towards Japanese whiskey. I'm a collector by nature. I like collecting stuff. A friend of mine called and he said, you know, whiskey is getting a lot of value. And I said, man, what do you mean? And he said, people are starting to buy whiskey for more than it's worth. And I said, I kind of like this as a fun idea for an alternate investment strategy. How cool would it be to buy whiskey and one day it's my kids' college fund? When they go to school, you're like, hey, you know, take this, get your money, you know, and pay for school this month. So I said, you know what? I'm going to try to buy everything that I can Japanese. I think something's about to happen. Nobody knows about it. And I started collecting. And right in that time, all of a sudden, it just took off. But I've really focused on Japanese whiskey because I believe in the integrity of the distilleries.
Wow, that's interesting. So what triggered you to collect the whiskey, start collecting whiskey?
I looked at a future investment. I saw it as a fun investment, better than, you know, traditional investments. And then all of a sudden, Instagram started taking off and more opportunities came. And when I got these opportunities, I mean, I get to go on these amazing trips and dinners and tastings and meet the people who make the whiskey. And I feel the passion and I'm like, that triggers me to buy more of that brand because I know the demand is so high right now and supply is so limited that I have a high likelihood of a good return on my investment when I go to sell these in 15 years.
So what's the most difficult Japanese whiskeys to get?
I mean, I would say that the stuff from Narita, the limited edition Yamazaki 25, you know, the ones up there, the ones with, you know, the Yamazaki 25, the Hakushu 25, the Hibiki 30, they're getting very hard to get. but they're beautiful. Like the packaging, everything is what I want. And I know that they don't make thousands of them. Maybe they make a couple of hundred and they release them very slowly.
You want to see around the distilleries in Japan too?
You know, I love distilleries. I really, I love distilleries. I love seeing the process. That excites me because that's art. It's an art form.
I understand, yeah. So, what's the most special bottle in the collection that you have open to drink?
I would say the Hakushu 25 and the Hakushu Sherry Cask. You know, I like to use those for special occasions. Just, you know, me sipping.
What do you think makes Japanese whiskey special compared to other whiskeys?
I think it's a different attention to detail. I think that it's perfection. I consider it perfection to detail. They don't miss a beat. From the packaging to the juice inside, it's perfection.
Very impressive. Yeah. You are the founder of Century Flex. So what inspired you to set that up?
2 years ago, Suntory announced they were going to discontinue Hibiki 17 and Hibiki 12. And everybody started saying, oh, maybe they're going to discontinue everything. Like they have none. It's gone. And I was like, man, there's so many beautiful bottles all around the world that I've never seen. I want people to show their bottle off. So if you own a bottle, show it off. Use the hashtag Suntory Flex, like you're flexing your Suntory. And I will repost on my page and all my followers will see it. Really, I wanted people to show off their Suntory collections.
How can we find more about your Instagram pictures and the collection?
I think the best way is just to follow me at Rolex Whisky. I've really had some amazing experiences and I've met a lot of amazing people thanks to all of this, which I never ever thought would happen. So I'm very grateful.
I'm really looking forward to your future posts too. So, Kevin-san, can you show us your top 3 favorite Japanese whiskey bottles?
With pleasure. So we'll start off. You've got, the Yamazaki 25, the Hakushu 25, the Yamazaki Mizunara. You got just a few of my Ichiros. I love my Yamazakis. Then you got the Hibiki Deep and Mellow Harmony. You've got the 12-year and the 17 Kacho Fugetsu. You've got the limited edition Yamazakis. They just don't make these anymore. So to me, they're all special.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much. How do you introduce Japanese whiskey to your friends?
I normally ask them, like, what do they enjoy drinking? So if I know that they're like, a Scotch person, they like Johnny Walker, that means they like blends. So generally I will then let them try a Hibiki, maybe a Hibiki 12, just to kind of get an idea of what a Japanese blend. If they like single malts, I normally go with a Yamazaki. And if they like more peated single malts, I'll go with a Hakushu. Now, if they tell me they like exotic stuff and they have a good palate, then I'll let them try something stronger like an Ichiro's.
I see. I'm very curious. I think there are so many people who are kind of critical about people who are buying whiskeys for investment, not drinking. So how do you deal with them?
Look, if money was no object, I would drink all of this. No problem, if money was no object. Now, I have a hard time opening up a $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 bottle because that's real money. So I agree with them. And if money is no object, you should open up every single one of these.
So, Gavin-san, thank you very much for your time and a great story. And take care of yourself and enjoy whiskeys. どうもありがとうございました。
Thank you so much. So much fun talking to you today. I definitely look forward to talking to you again. This was fun.
If there's one thing I like more than drinking whiskey, it's helping out Fortune 500 companies. Yes, that's right. I'm an unpaid freelance consultant. And I've decided to offer some suggestions that I think could help companies in the future. We should start simple with the big companies. Oh, here's one for the Americans. McDonald's. It's 2020. We all know that clowns are scary. They don't make you wanna eat. If you meet a clown that makes you hungry, you should call a priest or cop. Probably both. Disney! You're crazy! Stop buying everything! Disney World isn't special if the whole world is Disney. And my rent price will become difficult. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's entertainment guest is an amazing lady. She is a singer-songwriter and a multi-instrumentalist from Glasgow, Scotland. And she has performed at some amazing festivals such as Glastonbury, British Summertime, and the Hyde Park and the Secret Garden Party, to name a few. She is best known for her single Long Way Home and is currently working on her new album Chasing Aeroplanes. So we are so excited to have her on the show with us tonight. So please welcome Kerri Watt!
Hi!
Hello!
Hi!
How are you?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
So Kerri-san, so your music is described as Americana. So what's influenced you towards this genre?
Well, I think a lot of it comes from the time that I spent living in America. I discovered all kinds of styles of music that I never really heard growing up in Glasgow, like blues and gospel and kind of American folk. I'd heard a little bit of Scottish folk, obviously, which still influences my music too. And then I think the fact that I play on acoustic guitar as opposed to electric guitar or piano, that really lends itself to that kind of Americana, rootsy, country bluesy sound.
Ah, I see. So earlier this year you hosted a whiskey and music festival. So how did this come about?
Well, I had this idea because Scotland's obviously so famous for its whiskey and also for its music. I thought it would be cool to bring the two together. And there's an amazing distillery, Glengoyne Distillery, just on the outskirts of Glasgow that I've been to, and my uncle used to be a tour guide there, so I knew a bit about it, and we drink it here all the time. So I thought it would be really amazing to host a show there that showcased Scottish music. And so I pitched the idea to Glengoyne and they loved it, and we spent months planning it all, and it was supposed to happen the week that we locked down, so it never happened. So I'm trying to reschedule it. At the moment I'm just kind of waiting, and maybe it might not be till next year, but the idea was to actually tour it around Scotland to all the different distilleries. So I hope, you know, if things clear up and start getting a bit better, I can do that next summer.
Wow, that's amazing, touring all distilleries. I think everybody wanna hear you singing too. So
Thank you.
yeah, could you play for us today?
Yeah. All right. So on Valentine's Day this year, I released a song called Kissing Fools and filmed a really fun music video for it with an amazing young actor from London called Cody Malco. And so I'm gonna play that song, and if you like the song you can check out the video on YouTube. This is Kissing Fools. margaritas and a slow dance. Help you remember how to romance. And we can play longer than the cover band. Just leave your coat and take my hand. I just wanna be a kissing fool. Sneak a little smoke with a drink or two. I look up and you're doing it too. Wanna go down in flames with you. Roll up the windows and put it in park. We don't ever have to leave this car. Heat up the night while keeping it cool. You and me, kissing fools. Kissing fools. Moon dances playing on the radio. A marvelous night to keep it soft and low. And what we're doing is like only he knows. And when the cops come knocking, you know it's time to go back to your place or mine. I just wanna be a kissing fool. Sneak a little smoke with a drink or two. I look up and you're doing it too. Wanna go down in flames with you. Roll up the windows and put it in park. We don't ever have to leave this car. Heat up the night while keeping it cool. You and me, kissing fools. We're straight out of a movie scene. But we don't have to keep it PG if you know what I mean. I just wanna be a kissing fool. Sneak a little smoke with a drink or two. I look up and you're doing it too. Wanna go down in flames with you. Roll up the windows and put it in park. We don't ever have to leave this car. Heat up the night while keeping it cool. You and me, kissing fools.
Fantastic. Fabulous.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. That was really cool. So you're working on a new album, right?
Yeah, it's actually all recorded. All the songs are ready to go. So I'm just deciding when people are going to hear it. But I think over the next few months, you'll start to hear some of the singles, and it'll probably be out next year.
Where can we find out more about your new album and your activity?
Well, I'm busy every day on Instagram and Facebook, and my music is on Spotify and YouTube, so you can just search my name, Kerri Watt, Kerriwatt.
Great, and I'm really looking forward to your new album, and thank you very much for your time and the amazing music and the singing, and stay safe.
Thank you, same to you, this was so fun.
Yeah, thank you. Arigato.
Bye.
Nike. You should probably use the slogan "Just do it" when people all over the world are being told not do it for upcoming month. Maybe something like Nike, just do it in a while. I realize that's not very sporty, but these are trying times. What else? Oh, I got an easy one. Let's do trendy billionaire companies. Amazon! We get it. You won. Just settle down for a bit. That's proud of you. Tesla. If I saw Elon getting on an elevator, I'd take the stairs. I feel good about what we did here today. We made a difference. It's nice to make the world a better place. happy to have this guest with us tonight. He is originally from America, but now he lives in Japan, and he's an expert of Japanese Shochu and awamori. He's the author of the Shochu Handbook, the first book about Shochu and awamori written in a language other than Japanese language. Please welcome Christopher Pellegrini! Yay!
Hello. Thanks for having me, Kirara.
You are an expert of awamori and shochu, and for those who don't know anything about shochu or awamori, can you tell us briefly what they are?
They are Japan's best kept secrets, and they are also Japan's indigenous spirits. They have between at least 500, probably more than 600 years of history, and they are pot distilled, single distilled spirits that are made from a variety of ingredients. Now, awamori is only made from rice, but shochu, which is just slightly younger than awamori, can be made from, by my count, 54 different base ingredients. And the most popular ingredients in Japan are sweet potato, barley, and again, rice. It's an incredibly diverse spirit that is it's made in all parts of Japan, and it's a deep rabbit hole, let me tell you.
Hey, wow, that's quite interesting.
Most awamori used to be bottled at 30% alcohol or above. And these days, there's a lot of product that's bottled at 25%. Now, I know that 25% sounds like a lot if you're a wine drinker or a beer drinker or a sake drinker. But for whiskey fans, that's kind of like 25? Huh? And people usually drink it with a little bit of cool water added to open it up. Rocks as well are very common. There's a lot of character to this drink because it's just single distilled in a pot still.
Oh, I didn't know that. So, when we drink awamori or shochu, how should we drink shochu and awamori?
This is something that's a little bit confusing for people around the world because it's such a flexible drink. And in fact, we often drink shochu and awamori with food. It kind of plays like a wine or a craft beer in that sense. It really pairs well with food. And in Japan, it's always paired with food. Traditionally, and the way that I still enjoy it is with hot water. You can session it very easily. Perfect. But that's more of an old school style, and it's starting to get warm. So I think a lot more people are enjoying their shochu and awamori on the rocks with cool water added. And also these days, soda, basically club soda or some sort of a highball is becoming much, much, much more popular. You know, if I was going to advise someone who had never tried shochu before, I would say start from your type of drink. What do you drink normally? What do you like? Are you a beer drinker? Are you a red wine drinker? Do you like mezcal? What's your thing? Because all of these different types of shochu taste distinct. They're single distilled. So sweet potato shochu tastes like sweet potatoes. Barley shochu tastes like it's toasty and you know, honey-like, and it's got the sweetness and the chocolatiness of barley when it's roasted, right? I've got one right here. This is called Taime. This is a fantastic small batch handmade barley shochu from Oita Prefecture, 100% barley, has phenomenal toast to it. There's no age, there's no color, but it just is like, it's chocolate and cacao notes all over the place. Really great on the rocks. Highly recommend it.
Wow. You said, are these spirits matured in a barrel like whiskey is?
Over the past 50 or so years, maybe a little bit longer than that, yes, barrel aging has become a big thing in the shochu and awamori world.
So you also enjoy Japanese whiskey?
I was kicking myself the other day because I had a whole bunch of the Ichiro's malt with the playing card series from a number of years ago. I had a bunch of them and they were dirt cheap back then, and I drank them all. And I drank them all a long time ago. Those were great. I really enjoyed those.
And now you are teaching and educating people about shochu and awamori. Still, it's a little difficult to reach out shochu out of Japan. But do you have any online service you recommend to get shochu and awamori?
We have basically an import-export company in Fukuoka called New York Wine Traders. And one thing that we do is we export shochu and awamori, primarily to Europe and the United States. I mean, there's another option for folks who really don't have any shochu or awamori, anywhere nearby. Decanta has your back on that one. And I looked at their page, and they do actually have a couple of rather famous barrel-aged barley shochu, one of them being Sennen no Nemuri, and the other one that's from Shinozaki in Fukuoka, and then also Hyakunen no Kodoku from the good people at Kuroki Honten.
Okay, so thank you so much. I think a lot of audience want to know more about your book, the Shochu Handbook, and your activities. So where should we go?
If you're looking for more shochu and awamori information, then you can find my book on Amazon, the Shochu Handbook. And I am very easy to find online. You can get me at Chris Pellegrini on Twitter or Christopher Pellegrini on Instagram and Facebook. Until the next time we have a chance to talk shochu and awamori, thank you very much. Kirara and kanpai.
乾杯、どうもありがとうございました。Yo! Guys, thank you very much for tuning in to Japanese Whisky Lockdown. I believe you enjoyed it. Please don't forget like this video, subscribe to Kanta YouTube channel, and follow my social media and the YouTube channel by Kirara Comedy. Wow, 2020, it's been 6 months already. Time flies. Honestly, I still cannot accept how much I wasted on the year plan of 2020. Most of the events and the schedule were cancelled or changed. But now I'm enjoying quarantine life and very happy at summer coming. But before that, June in Japan, it's gonna be heavy rainy season, which is called Tsuyu. Yeah, Japan is gonna be like Seattle. Well, even during summer, I know we cannot let ourselves down against COVID-19, but I gotta try to act like summer and drink like June. Thank you very much for sticking with us, and see you next time. Stay safe and kanpai!